Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Friday, April 22nd. You see mild temperatures out there in the low 50s, lots of clouds, a few showers around, maybe even a thunder shower this morning, but then we'll see clearing, I think, take place from northwest to southeast over the afternoon hours. So it'll turn out to be a pretty decent day once we get towards late afternoon into the evening. Looks like a nice day on tap for Saturday with highs in the low to mid 60s with plenty of sunshine. And then we're going to go into quite a wet pattern here. Over the next 10 days, we got three significant systems, all courtesy of a high pressure system, if you can believe that, sitting off to the north. That's going to lay down a blocking pattern. It's going to allow those storms to track right underneath it and right through the Great Lakes here. Looks like a system early in the week, one towards the middle and late week, and then one towards next weekend, and we'll talk about that. But we could see quite a bit of rainfall, especially if the European model is correct. If we look at the Great Lakes in general, you can see, again, temperature is quite mild in the southern part of the state. Cold front will be moving through the area, and that'll bring some drier air in. But until that cold front comes through, any location across southeast lower Michigan still could pick up a shower or even a thunder shower. You can see temperatures back in the 30s back in the central and western portions of the UP as our winds will shift to the north here as we go through the day. If we look at the normals, our normal high of 61 and normal low is 37. And if we look at the next slide, you can see selfish plug here. Bill Steffen on vacation to see his mother down in Tennessee. And naturally, look at that shirt that he's wearing. Again, a plug for the Newaygo branch. If we look at the next slide, we're going to be putting in a fully populated soil and moisture temperature station down in Blissfield. Hopefully, we'll have that up and running here around the first week or so of May. If we look at the some of the soil conditions around some of our branches, you can see in Breckenridge, low 50s across the board at the 2, 8, and 16-inch levels. 2-inch levels coming down just a little bit, but still quite favorable. It's for getting out of the field. It's actually quite dry, and again, plenty of subsoil moisture, and that's the case at all the locations right now. You can see over in Brown City, again, upper 40s to low 50s at all the depths, and again, pretty wet there. And if we look at the Marlette, a couple of the sensors these are erroneous numbers here, so don't pay attention to those. They got a couple new sensors that'll hopefully be installed later today, but they'll take about a week to acclimate to the soil conditions. So they'll show probably 0 or extremely wet, but again, it'll take a couple of weeks for those to go into effect. And again, you can see the temperatures there also in the upper 40s to around 50, so we're right at that threshold. If you look at the next slide, you can see some of the growing degree summaries. We'll again update this each and every day, and you can see where we're at some of the different locations. You can also look at some of the previous year totals. And then, again, once we get into the growing season, we'll have a couple of times a week where we'll show comparisons for the several different location areas around the state in comparison to previous years and other years. And you can see here on the weather map this morning that cold front now moving through the area by later this morning, and that'll again shut off the precipitation, but until probably around noon, 1 o'clock, we could still see a few showers across the southeast part of the state. And then high pressure will build into the area here for Saturday. And you can see on Saturday's weather map that high pressure system off to our north will bring us lots of sunshine and seasonably cool temperatures in the low to mid 60s, so that's not bad for this time of year. And then by Sunday we start to get active, especially I think later in the day. We'll have showers or thunder showers move in from northwest to southeast, and then again we'll see a pretty significant amount of rain here over the coming 6 to 10 days. If we look at the forecasted map by the GFS for rainfall, you can see the heaviest rainfall depicted across UP, back into northern Wisconsin, back into Minnesota and Iowa. But if you look at the European, which we can show you, you can see it places pretty much all of lower Michigan and most of the UP in a 2 to 4 inch range over the next 10 days, with 4 to 5+ inches of rain across southwest lower Michigan down towards Jasper and Blissfield. And again, that's the European. Now the GFS has support from the Canadian model. So right now I think we'll lean towards 1 to 2 inches across much of the area with the heaviest amounts to the north. But again, we got to watch that. It'll be interesting over the next couple of days to see if the European trends towards the other two models or if they trend towards the European. So something we want to keep a close eye on because it could be a lot of rainfall next week along with seasonably cool temperatures. And finally, if we're looking for warm weather, The 8 to 14 day outlook shows what we kind of were hoping to see at some point here. We'll have a building ridge across the southeast U.S. Right now we've got high pressure upper ridge across Canada, and what that allows for cooler air underneath it. And eventually we're going to look for these two upper ridges to kind of merge into one across the Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, and it would then set up the pattern where we have more troughing out west and very significant warmth across the east. And I think that'll happen after we get through this next 8 or 10 days. I think we'll see the pattern shift into a much warmer. Of course, then we'll probably start to dry out as well. And if we look at the 8 to 14 day precipitation, you can see until we get into that new pattern, we're going to continue to see plenty of moisture, and we may need that sub moisture as, again, we may turn quite dry as we get into the month of May and through the growing season. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great day, a great weekend, and 73s to all.